Okay, so let's start by multiplying fractions. So remember, for multiplying fractions, when you were in primary school and in first year, we just took the numerator multiplied by the numerator, denominator multiplied by denominator. So for example, if I take 2 over 5 times 3 over 4, then that's simply 2 by 3 and 5 multiplied by 4, and then I get 6 over 20, which I know can be simplified to 3 over 10. So I'm just going to take the example out of your book and just go through it step by step. So the first thing I see here is that in step 1 I'm going to factorize. So what I need to do is I need to take each of the numerators and each of the denominators and just see if I can factorize any of those sections. So let's just kind of split it in 4. So if I look at the first section, 3x squared minus 27. Let me just factor out the 3 first. So I'm left with x squared minus 9. And as we know, that x squared minus 9 is the difference of 2 squares. And that's very simply just x minus 3, x plus 3. Remember, I told you just to learn that. So that's my first part, factorized out completely. If I look at my second, so I have 4x minus 3, well, that's just going to simply be the same. So there's very little that I can do with that. If I then look at the bottom part, which is 4x squared minus 15x plus 9, well, I can use my guide number method to factorize this. So my guide number in this case, remember, my guide number is going to be 4 multiplied by 9. Then I get 9 by 4 is 36, so I get a plus 36 here, and I need to factorize that to get two numbers that is going to give me this plus 15 here. So I have 9 and 4, obviously 3 and 12, which I can see if I have a minus 3 and a minus 12. Minus 3 times minus 12 will give me plus 36, and minus 3 plus minus 12 will give me the minus 15. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite that. And when I rewrite that, I'm going to get 4x squared minus 3x minus 12x plus 9. And then my brackets go in, and I'm going to take out my x. I'm going to be left with 4x minus 3. And on my other side, I'm going to take out a minus 3. So I should be left with 4x minus 3 here again. So there, my factors there is going to be x minus 3. So everything that's outside the bracket, and one of the other brackets, 4x minus 3. So I'm going to close that in, or that's going to be my factors for that one. Okay, let's go back up then to my final one, which is x squared plus 3x. So x squared plus 3x, well, it's obvious there. The only thing I can factorize out there is x. So I'm going to be left with x plus 3. So now what I have is everything that I can factorize, I have that factorized. So my next step is going to be to rewrite. Okay, so all I've done here is I've just rewritten out using my two fractions and just the factors that I found for each expression. So using my method in the first slide, which was that when I multiply these, I'm just simply going to multiply my numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. All that's going to happen there is I'm going to have 3x minus 3, x plus 3 by 4x minus 3 all over. I'm going to put that x at the very beginning, this one here. Just going to leave it out here at the very beginning. And then, which I can do, I'm going to have x minus 3, 4x minus 3, and x plus 3. Okay, what I'm looking for now is I want to see is there anything that will cancel. So what I can see here is that I have x minus 3 here and an x minus 3 here. Remember, the only reason that we can cancel these is because they are products, so they're multiplied. If there was a plus in between any of these brackets, or in between this x and this bracket here, or this 3 at any of these brackets, we can't cancel them. Because they're products, we can. Okay, so then we have, also we can cancel x plus 3, x plus 3. So I'm going to cancel them off. And then finally, we can see that we can cancel 4x minus 3, 4x minus 3. So that my final answer is going to be 3 over x. Just going to take another question and just work through each step again. So this was just another question from your book. So again, I just like to visualize this. We have an x squared here minus 25. I'm just sectioning off each numerator and denominator. I have an x squared here minus 8x. I'm going to put in x squared minus 64 here. And then over here I have x minus 5, which I obviously can't factorize. So if I look here, this is my difference of two squares. So I'm going to have x minus 5, x plus 5. Remember I said just to learn that this is the first term, which is squared. So you just put the x in each bracket. Then we have 5, the root of 25 is 5. So we put the 5 in each bracket and then plus and a minus in the middle. So that's one set of factors found. In the next one, we are going to factor out that x. And all I'm going to be left with is x minus 8. That's all I can do with that. In this bottom one, we can see again another difference of two squares. So I know that I'm going to have an x at the front. I'm going to have the root of 64, which is 8. And I'm just going to put a plus here and a minus here. So that's another set of factors that we have here. And then finally, this one here. So I'm going to take that now and rewrite. So just taking that and rewriting it, I'm going to have x minus 5 by x plus 5 as my first fraction over x plus 8, x minus 8, and that's going to be times x minus 8 all over x minus 5. Okay, so if we go ahead and times that, then what I get is x minus 5, x plus 5, remember numerator by numerator, and then I'm going to just take this x here and put it at the front. Okay, I could put it in brackets here at the very end, but just, it doesn't matter, you know, it's the same as 3 by 4 is 4 by 3. They still give the same answer. And I'm just going to put my x plus 8 here. Sorry, x minus 8. And that's going to be all over x plus 8, x minus 8, and x minus 5. Now we're going to have a little look and see is there anything we can cancel. So again, I can see that there's an x minus 5 here, x minus 5 here. They can cancel. We can only cancel things that are products. I see that I have an x minus 8 here, an x minus 8 here. So what I'm going to be left with then for this is I'm going to be left with x times x plus 5 all over x plus 8. And I'm just going to simplify that. So it's going to give me x squared plus 5x all over x plus 8. And that's my final answer. Okay, so you may remember from first year when we're dividing fractions. When we divide fractions, we simply take one fraction and flip it, then multiply. So if I'm just to use a numerical example here, let's say we have 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5. Well, then we can simply just rewrite that as 2 over 3 times and flip this fraction here, so that instead we have 5 over 4, and that's going to give us 10 over 12, again numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, and then simplify that down, we're going to get 5 over 6. Okay, so again, let's go through the example in your book. So I kind of use the first step here to flip the second fraction. So just to rewrite out, it's x minus 5 all over x plus 1. And then I'm going to multiply. So when we flip that fraction, we're multiplying. So that we're going to have x squared plus 4x plus 3 on the top line. And then my bottom line is going to be x squared minus 25. And then we're going to simply just copy the steps that we were using for multiplying fractions. So again, I'm just going to break that into 4 for my numerators and denominator. I know that that's just going to be x minus 5. There's nothing I can change about that. This one here is going to be x plus 1. Over this side, I have x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now, my guide number here is going to be 3, because as we see, 1, the number in front of the x, times 3 is 3. And so I know that my factors are just going to be 1 plus 3. So let's rewrite this. X squared plus 1x plus 3x plus 3. So when I bracket these two, bracket the last two, taking out what's common in the first bracket, x plus 1. And in the second bracket, plus 3. And I'm left with x plus 1. And so I'm going to have this and this, x plus 3, x plus 1. So now I have my second set, or my second numerator factorized. And then I have the last one, x squared minus 25, which I know is a difference of 2 squares. So that's going to be x plus 5, x minus 5. So I'm now going to take these and I'm going to rewrite my fractions. And again, we're focusing on multiplying here. We've already fixed, or we've already changed it from division. So writing those out then, I'm going to have x minus 5 all over x minus plus 1 times x plus 3, x plus 1, again all over x plus 5, x minus 5. Writing that out, then I'm going to have x minus 5 times x plus 3 times x plus 1 all over x plus 1, x plus 5, and the final one is x minus 5. Okay, and what we can see here is that a lot of things cancel here. So we can see that I have an x minus 5 here, x minus 5 there. I have an x plus 1 here, x plus 1 here. So my final answer is going to be x plus 3 on the top, x plus 5 on the bottom. Okay, so let's take one more example of division of fractions. So remember, for my step 1, I'm going to just rewrite it as 8x squared minus 34x minus 9 all over 4x plus 1. And we're going to put in a multiply sign because we're going to flip that second fraction. So you have 3x all over 4x squared minus 81. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to factorize these. So following the methods of multiplying fractions. So I'm going to factorize these. So I have 8x squared minus 34x minus 9. 3x I'm not going to obviously have to factorize. Down here I have a 4x squared minus 81. And over this side I have 4x plus 1, which again I'm not going to have to factorize. So looking at the first one here, we have a guide number. It's quadratic, so we can use the guide number method of minus 72. So now I need to find numbers that will give me minus 72, but will add or subtract to give me minus 34. So I can see straight away that that's going to be 36 and 2. And I'm going to have a minus 36 and a plus 2. Minus 36 times plus 2 will give me minus 72. And minus 36 plus 2 will give me minus 34, which is what I want. So now I'm going to rewrite that. I'm going to have 8x squared minus 36x plus 2x minus 9. Put my brackets around my first two terms, brackets around my second two. I'm going to take out the 8. I'm not going to take out the 8, I'm going to take out 4. going to be left with 4x even. I'm going to be left with 2x minus 4 and 36 goes 9 times. And here I'm going to take out plus 1. And I'm going to be left with 2x minus 9. So that my factors, it's getting a bit small now. So that my factors are going to be 4x plus 1 and 2x minus 9. And I'm just going to highlight that. That's going to be my denominator underneath that. This is my numerator. And for my last one here, we are going to take out anything that is common. So I can see here, so actually in this bottom one, what I can see here is that I could write 4x squared as 2x squared. And as we know, 81 is the same as 9 to be squared. So that will change my brackets. Because now what I can see is I can put a 2x here and a 2x here. I put a 9 here and a 9 here. And one of these is going to be plus and one of them is going to be minus. So I have my last denominator factorized. So I'm going to rewrite my fractions and multiply. I'm just going to skip a step here. Instead of rewriting my fractions out again, one over another, I'm going to go ahead and multiply them as a single fraction. So on my top, I'm going to have 4x plus 1 times 2x minus 9. And I'm going to multiply that by 3x, which is the other numerator, all over 4x plus 1, 2x plus 9, and finally 2x minus 9. So let's cancel what I can. I have a 4x over 4x1, 4x plus 1 over 4x plus 1. I have a 2x minus 9 here and a 2x minus 9 here. Remember, I can only cancel these because they are products. Finally, what I have then for my answer is going to be 3x all over 2x plus 9.